as Mick Jagger said on stage at Altamont, Tony, he addressed the crowd and he said, brothers and sisters, how we doing over here? Who's fighting and what for? By the way, it's great to see everybody on a Monday. Thanks for lining up. Tony, I have not one, but today it's a special event. I've got 2 pre-show posts of the day. First one goes out to my one of my favorite people in the PNP Familia. Her name is Lily Merchant, and she said, my vibe song for the Giants so far this season, Talking Heads, same as it ever was. 100%, Lily. 100, same as it ever was. Yeah, well, Lily, I'm sure what are you referring to, the 1 run in 3 games, that whole thing? Yeah, it's kind of a downer. And then, Tony, pre-show post number 2, and then I'll say good morning to you in just a moment.
Yeah.
Name, I haven't seen a whole lot, but welcome to the Familia, Jamal Farley. Jamal Farley goes, by the way, what the F was that last 5 days in Bay Area sports? Bro, 100%, Jamal. And you can throw the Warriors on the pile of misery, too, because the Warriors are losing games left and right, but they're fighting so hard. Like, they gave Denver like a serious fight. It got out of control in the 4th quarter, but they fought him really hard. So that was another loss. Anyway, Jamal, I'm feeling you. It's a mess out here, but we're going to pick up the pieces, have a good show today. We got the bummer brackets coming your way. We're going to talk March Madness. We are going to talk about Tony's anemic San Francisco Giants. I think I'm just going to blame Tony just for lack of any other idea. Tony, it's your fault the Giants can't score, and how do you respond to these accusations? Good morning.
Lost control. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, right, my God, Tony, bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. I didn't know you were flying at that kind of altitude today. Lost control.
Come on, dude. That's what's happening, buddy. There's no panic button to hit, or is there, Paulie? 1 run, dude, over 3 days. It's just disgusting. It's so, and we were worried about the pitching coming into the season. I got to tip my cap to the pitching, actually. Yes, right. I got to say, if you take away Logan Webb's second inning on Wednesday, they give up 8 runs over the 26 innings, and I don't have a problem with that. I really don't, against a very tough Yankees lineup. But dude, the offense. I mean, WTF, cut the crap. What are we doing? Right. I don't know, man. That was really tough to watch. And also, we're going to talk about this later in the show, Paulie. Someone needs to, Vitello needs a media coach. Or
dude, I see it too. I know it's not off to a great start in terms of, Tony, what they call in the streets, media relations. You know what I mean? Media relations. Well, he's not. I mean, listen, these are going to be the growing pains we're all going to have to kind of go through together, because this is going to happen when you have a college coach who's never dealt with major league, just the day in, day out grind of having the media in your face every day. He actually made a comment about that. I think it was after game 2 on Saturday. They're saying, what are the big differences between, college and the pros so far? And one thing Vitello said is, he goes, well, there's just a lot more people around every day. I walk into the clubhouse, there's 12 reporters in there.
Yes, of course, it's Major League Baseball, dude. And also, Paulie, after after Robbie Ray's loss, by the way, a good outing by Ray. Yes, he made a mistake to Aaron Judge, but it's Aaron Judge, and the guy turned on an inside 3-2 fastball. I mean, it was also an ABS. I want to talk ABS too, Paulie, today.
We're going to get in all of it, buddy. We got time. We're going to do it. Yes.
Yes, but he made a comment about, the guys are playing really tense right now, and Robbie Ray's like, actually, no.
Yeah.
And I was like,
contradicting the skipper right out of the gate. I know it's going to be. What did you think of Robbie Ray, by the way, with the tight slacks?
No complaints whatsoever.
Maybe we should have kept him in another inning. I don't know.
No complaints whatsoever. I got no complaints. You give up, really. I mean, again, the pitching staff, I think, did their job, except for the second inning. Logan Webb's just anomaly of a second inning, which is I still think he was tipping his pitches somehow, some way, because they were teeing off on him, jumping on the first pitch with extreme confidence. And you don't usually see that against Logan Webb. So,
Tony, again, I'm going to quote from the PNP Familia, Tuba Sun God, quote, "I'm not sold on Vitello one bit. Sorry to burst your bubble." So, How long of a leash in your mind does Vitello get? Growing pains, first time up in the bigs, all that kind of stuff. Like, what is his kind of buffer like as far as before we're going to really start coming down on him? I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse. I mean, it was a miserable opening series.
Right.
A lot of the country was watching these games too because you had the Wednesday night Netflix. Saturday was a nationally televised Fox game. And, so it's not exactly a great display of this new era of Giant baseball. It's off to a really slow start. I like to remind myself, Tony, it's still March, okay?
Right. Of course. Yes.
Long way to go. But your points are valid. Like, Vitello is not polished with the media. He makes statements and the players contradict him. That's not a great sign. And it's going to be, listen, we're going to have to see. Like, I don't know where everyone's optimism level is. Last week, when we were leading up to opening night, I think people were feeling pretty good, yourself included, Tony. You've been a pretty big backer of Vitello, just in principle and theory so far.
I liked the freshness of it. I liked the I thought it was the right time to roll the dice. And sure, dude, it's only 3 games. Yes, we have to preface it all by it's only 3 games. It's only 3 games. Yes. I just, there are weird idiosyncrasies happening so far that's just like we're not used to. And again, because he's not a polished MLB manager, so he's on a learning curve as well. I just look at, though, Paulie, 1 hit. You follow up Wednesday with 1 hit on Friday.
That was brutal.
I mean, they finally, broke out a little bit and got 9 hits yesterday. I'm sorry, Saturday. But still, and then the juggling of the lineup already.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk. Some of his decisions have already been questioned by the media, by Giants fans. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen this. And again, I see people like Miriam out there, for example. Hope you had a good weekend, Miriam. She's going, guys, you got to chill. You can't be too knee-jerk 3 games into the season. And you're absolutely right, Miriam.
Right.
That's why I have to say baseball, it's such a long grind of a season. You can't get too high or too low, especially when you're in the first week, literally, of the season. But at the same time, Tony, I think it's fair to have like an opinion. It's fair to have a reaction based on the sample size we have. 3 games against a really good New York Yankee team with a lot of firepower.
And great pitching, Paulie. The Yankees have very, very good pitching, man. Seriously.
They do. No, they do. They do. And, listen, we'll try it again tonight. They're going to be down in San Diego. Landon Roop, there it is, gets his first start of the year.
Oh, Roop, there it is. And Paulie, again, just stay positive. I mean, it's like the message I give to my Little League kids. We lost our game on Saturday, and the kids are all hanging their heads. It's like,
was it a blowout or a tight loss?
No, we lost 7-2, but it was 3-1 through 4 innings, and then we gave up a few runs in the 5th. Yeah, it was the 5th. And so, anyways, but I was like, kids, you're not going to win every game, and also stay positive. Long season, everybody makes all kinds of positive, and there's a lot of positives to focus on here.
Give me some of those. I want to hear. Let's hear Tony's positives for real. Give me 2 positive points we can hang our hats on.
9 hits yesterday. Arise 2 for 4. Devers 2 for 4. Chapman 1 for 4. Jung-Hoo Lee 1 for 3. Ramos 1 for 3. Adames 1 for 4. So like Bader even got off the schneid and got a hit. So it's like Malley, the pitcher Malley, by the way. I like this kid, Malley. He looked good.
He did look good. I like him too. Yeah.
And the pitching was the point we were worried about, was the aspect we were worried about, and the pitching looked good. Right. Again, take out Logan Webb's 2nd inning, and they looked very, very, and the bullpen, which we were very worried about the bullpen looked good. So lots to be positive about, but I understand getting swept at home, dude, is not, with scoring 1 run is not.
That's the thing. To me, I will tell you this, Tony, for me personally, it's less depressing to get swept by the New York Yankees than it is to score 1 run. That's more depressing to me. Not only did they get swept, they can only muster up 1 freaking run in 3 games. I mean, you're not going to beat anybody doing that, not in the bigs. So look, let's put the wheels back on tonight. Just a few runs and a few hits will go a long way, I think. But I do see it's kind of a split in the community today. And thank you, Patty. You like my Kiss shirt, the hottest band in the world. You got to represent. You know how it is. And Patty, I hope you had a great time at. I hope you had a great time at the Eagles Patty is always out here doing the Lord's work. She sent pictures over the weekend. She was what looked to be, Tony, front row at the Sphere. I mean, it's like, Pat, you want to talk about a high roller? Patty from Napa is a freaking gangster high roller. She sits in the front row at the Sphere. Anyway, she's been
chumming. You want to be a high roller.
Dude, you're Tony. So far today, you're on freaking fire. You've dropped a lost of control on me and a high roller. I love high roller. You want to be a high roller.
High roller.
And then you got to do the breath. Okay, that's iced tea, folks. That's a little iced tea for you on a Monday. But anyway, Tony, I lost my train of thought. What were we just talking about?
We were talking about Patty. You're talking about Patty and the Eagles.
Patty, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, brain damage once again. Patty has struck up this kind of friendship with Joe Walsh's guitar tech, and she gave the guitar tech a couple of PMP shirts and some stickers. Thanks so much. Oh, Tony's got the there you go. Patty and her gang of other gals.
That's Patty hugging the guitar tech right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I like Patty in the leather too. I like that Patty leathers up when she goes to see
Paulie, this is Patty saying, yeah, so what day are you going to come on Polymax Particles? Because we'd love to just get you on. She's like, let's pull out your phone. Let's see what your schedule, and let's book you down now.
I told her, I go, get me Joe Walsh's guitar tech. I would love to have him on the show. The stories that guy could tell would probably blow our freaking doors off.
Yeah, so God, yeah. Another one. There we go.
Yeah, he looks like what a great gig too. I love Patty's crew. You guys are awesome. Anyway,
gamers.
By the way, before we go deeper into Giants talk, and I know Tony
one last one, Paulie. One last one. Sorry. The Patty and the guitar tech with the PMP Army shirt.
Nice. That's great.
Good stuff. Thank you for sending those, Patty. Those rule.
Thank you for that, Patty. Speaking of like kind of unexpected texts that I received over the weekend, Tony, bear with me on this one. I'm hanging out Saturday night. I'm minding my own business, right? And it's late. It's late Saturday. I get a text, and it's a number I haven't seen in a while. I'm like, wait, who is this guy? I recognize that number, but who is this? Dude, I open it up. And I got a text from, ready for this, Tony? It's very unusual. KNBR's own Greg Silver. Okay.
Wow.
Great. Yeah. I don't know. And he's a good kid.
Good dude. Yeah.
Be totally honest with you. Greg Silver and I were really not in the building that long together at the same time. But I was pretty friendly with him. Like every time I saw him, I'm like, hey, what's up, Greg? And all that.
Same.
Seemed like a good guy. Anyway, he texts me and he goes, hey, there's an old friend of yours here that wants to say hello. And I go, okay. And he goes, stand by. And then next thing you know, he sends me a picture, which I gave to Tony. Tony, if you could bring this up, I'll tell you the story. Because this was a total shocker, but it was a nice little moment I had on Saturday night, and I want to share it with everybody. So Greg Silver says there's an old friend here that wants to say hello. I say, go for it, dude. Send me the picture. I don't know what's coming my way. And I'll let Tony tell me when it's ready, and then we'll make
the BB picture?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Stand by, Paulie. Stand by. There it is.
And bam, behold, there he is, dude. Head coach of Arizona Wildcat football. That's Brent Brennan on the right-hand side. Now, Brent, coach, as we like to call him, Coach Brennan, and he became very friendly with the Murph and Mac show a few years ago when he had a really nice run at San Jose State. He had some really good seasons with San Jose State. Kind of brought them back to relevance, put them in a bowl game. And he had Coach on several times, and we just had a really good rapport. So I don't know where, Tony, imagine my surprise. I was not expecting to hear from Brent Brennan on Saturday night, but he was also wound up because of the Arizona Wildcat basketball on their way to the Final Four. So I think they were having like a watch party for Wildcat hoop, and it was just nice to hear from Coach. So down the road a little bit, I might reach out and try to get Coach Brennan on the show because I haven't talked to him in a while, but just kind of a cool moment over the weekend I wanted to share.
That's badass, Paulie. And bear down, go Wildcats, go. Tom Tolbert's Wildcats, Steve Kerr's Wildcats, Neil Donardi's Wildcats, Andrew Markoulis' Wildcats. We're all on the Arizona bandwagon, even though the UConn win was so fun to win, which to watch, which is what we'll talk about in a bit. But Brent Brennan, St. Francis Lancer, from the penny, as we say, from the peninsula. Great dude. I loved what he did at San Jose State, and I was sad to see him go to Arizona. But happy for him. I mean, that's a great step for him to go to Arizona, and he's already doing good things at Arizona. And of course, he's all about the hoops team as well. So, dude, great shot, man. And dude, let's get. Hey, Silver, give us. Let's put Brendan on the show. Okay, Greg.
I like you dropping the Silver. Yo, Silver. Yo, Long John Silver. Drop me the digits. Kick me down the digits. No, he's a good kid. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. So, Coach Brennan, keep on going, brother. We got your back here in the Bay always. Looks like everybody in the
rolling. So that's all.
I'll back that song too, Tony. I'll back it. I'll back the changes. Yeah, a little speed wagon.
Forever, dude. Let me
help you out there, Tony. As soon as you are able, and I am willing to make the break of what you're on the brink of. Roll with the changes. Yeah, a little REO speed wagon on a Monday. Never heard anybody.
I don't know. So good.
You are able. Yeah. By the way, on other concert news, I told Tony before the show today, I happen to have a guy in my orbit right now. Don't want to reveal any identities, but I have a guy in my orbit right now who told me over the weekend to tell Tony. He goes, tell Tony I got him dialed for Bruce. And I go,
dialed.
I'll tell him, Tony, you're dialed for Bruce. So I told Tony, I go, you're really going to have to get to this show. I know you got coaching, schmoaching. Listen, this is a gig you're going to need to see. And then Tony assured me, he goes, I'm not missing this gig. So I was happy.
Also in the coaching scheduled circuit and youth sports circuit, Monday nights are actually the best nights, dude, because there's never anything on a Monday night, ever. Good. Tuesday night practice, Wednesday night practice, Tuesday to Sunday, man, you got stuff, but not Monday, so it's good. So, thank you, Paulie. I love that update. Did you see? You saw the Duke UConn game?
I watched pretty much all the March Madness over the weekend. I watched game after game after game. You know how you just get into it? You fall into like a groove, and again, I say this a lot, but I really mean this. I get this during baseball postseason. I get this during NBA playoffs. Tony, I get withdrawals, though. When the games end, I'm like, damn it, no, I need something else. Give me another game. Give me anything. So, yes, I was watching Duke. And at the end of that game, that Mullins kid hitting that shot, I mean, that's why we love March Madness. Moments like that. And I got to tell you, I felt some sympathy for that kid, Boozer, who had the errant pass that got picked off, led to the game-winning bucket for UConn. I just felt like, you got to remember, this is something Gary Radnich always used to say. Gary would say, you got to give these kids a break because they're freaking kids. They're not
the thing. Yeah, they're going to make mistakes like that because everybody's like, oh, all he had to do was hold on to the ball. It's like, but in the heat of the moment, man.
Shout out Asia. Shout out Asia, Tony. Heat of the moment. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, and also shout out the heat is on, Paulie. It's on the streets, if you know what I mean.
Tony, some like it hot, but some sweat when the heat is on. Go
beautiful, ahead. Beautiful. Yeah. And I was thinking, the heat is. But the place is going bonkers. A full court press is happening. Full court press is like a bunt in baseball.
It causes chaos.
All kinds of chaos. And people. Yes, you try to prepare for the full court press, but it's still, you're never fully prepared for the mayhem that ensues in a full court press, especially with what is on the line in that game, man. So, yes, of course he should have held the ball, and then they would have had to foul him, and then, take it from there. But obviously he's also trying to think of that guy's wide open down the floor. I'm going to get it to him. So it's like, I understand what he was thinking, but you know what, Paulie? Karma's also a little bit of a bitch here. I want to say
with the foul language. Okay.
Well, it's a saying. It's a well-known saying in the American lexicon, Paul, is that karma's a bitch because Carlos Boozer, the father of Cameron and Caden Boozer, the twin.
Yes. Go ahead. Follow through on this.
He was doing his share of trash talking after beating St. John's.
I was watching that and I was pissed because I was rooting hard for St. John's. My mom and dad both went to St. John's. And then also on top of that, go Chris Mullen. You know what I'm saying? Go Bill Wennington, Mark Jackson. I mean, there's a lot of great St. John's players, especially back when we were kids. And I saw Boozer doing that and I thought it was Bush because I was like, first of all, dude, Duke is always in the mix in the turn. They're always Sweet 16 or Elite 8 or Final Four. Let St. John's. I mean, and St. John's fought them hard. They were winning that game at halftime. Like
a 5-point game, I think it ended up being a 5-point game,
something like that. Yeah, something like that. But
also, Paulie, back to your point though. Again, hey Carlos, you played for Duke.
Yeah.
Remember their kids, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was Bush League by him. And so karma's a bitch, man. Now Duke's going home. And by the way, Paulie, I love the stat. And I've never been a Duke fan, really. I've kind of
nor am I. No, it's hard to like Duke. Yeah. Yeah.
And so 100 and number one seeds, when they're up by 15 at halftime in the tournament before yesterday, were 134 and 0.
Wow.
134 and 0. A loss never occurred up 15 at half for number one seed. And it happened yesterday. That's why we love the freaking tournament, dude. I mean, that kind of stuff is why we love it. And dude, I was rooting for Tennessee, although, geez, props to Michigan, man. They look good.
They do. Michigan does. This is a really good Final Four. Yeah. I think the only team I have a question about is Illinois. I don't know what they're going to be able to do, but UConn looks like they can beat anybody. Arizona and Michigan also top flight. Those schools look really good. By the way, also another follow-up on St. John's athletics and St. John's alum.
Yeah.
Our very own Scarlet Fire, Miss Bonnie, she checks in. She goes, guys, don't forget Joe Panic. St. John's Redmond. He was another St. John's pro. He was a St. John's guy. So okay, thank you for that. All right, Tony,
hold on a second. If we're gonna do something in the show, we're gonna move on in the show. We're gonna have to do this first, please. I wanted to slap you just because I haven't seen you since Friday, so I wanted to slap you.
Give me another one. Let's not be, don't withhold. Give me more.
There we go, dude.
Now, folks, I hope you guys have noticed the pristine and crisp visual and audio quality we're broadcasting with today. We've actually made some upgrades. Hopefully everybody can notice that. Like, I already hear the sound bites sound better, and your visual presentation looks much better than last week. So bravo.
Hey, Paulie, just because we can, because Dom and I did a test. I bought an Ethernet cable. We're plugged into the freaking router here at LBP Studios. I want to share the screen, and I want to just share a video. I want to see if we can just do a video. And because we were struggling with videos before, right? Remember that?
I do, of course.
So I just want to share a video, and I don't know if you saw this video, but this is a fun one that I wanted to share with you, and it's just to test the fact that everything is working out here.
Test me. Why don't you arrest me? Tony, go ahead.
Dude, why don't you arrest? By the way, Paulie, what song is Dogs in a Pile, the long dog?
He's gone. He's
gone. Thank you. Yeah. There's a band out there now called Dogs in a Pile.
Tony, rat in a drain ditch, dogs in a pile. Okay, dude. Nothing left to do but smile, smile, smile. That's right, Tony. That's right.
100%, man. And nothing's going to bring him back either, Paulie.
No, sadly. I know.
Ooh,
I know. That used to go on. Yeah.
Bring him back. And then Bobby, because he's gone. Because he's gone.
Because he's gone for good. Ooh, yeah. I know.
Dude, do you remember the He's Gone at Phil's 60th?
It's one of my favorite He's Gone. They open the second set with that, which is that's an unusual set opener, but Phil 60th. Yeah, that was a great one. Shout out to the Kaiser, all boarded up now. The Kaiser's still just sitting there, but it's not open for business. Yeah.
That's when I was climbing the rafters.
I know you were, dude, running up and down the stairs all night.
Good.
He was just doing sprints up and down the stairs. You'd have to ask him why. I can't speak.
There were some vegetables. That's all. Paulie, so check this out. Can you see?
Oh, dude, this is the greatest.
Yes,
I've seen this. It's the greatest. Set it up. Go ahead.
So this is NYPD versus FDNY hockey game.
Then this is let me jump in real quick on this, T. So this is an annual event they do at Madison Square Garden, and it's the New York City firefighters and the New York City police department.
Yes,
long-standing rivalry, and it's no joke. These guys, they beat the living hell out of each other when they get on the ice. And if you ever, I saw my good friend P1 Chuck Acquisto. He posted this on Twitter yesterday, and I saw it yesterday. And Chuck goes, I think I've seen this before on Dennis Leary's show, Rescue Me. I was like, perfect caption, because they did. If you ever watched Dennis Leary's show about New York City firefighters after 9/11, excellent show.
Phenomenal show. Really.
And Leary was part of the New York City Fire Department hockey team, and they had an episode where they played the cops, and they all fought. But here's some real life. Back to you, Tony. Take this over. Set this up. It's great.
Well, here we go, dude. This is and a good crowd on hand, by the way, for the game. For this exhibition.
Totally. And it's a charity event. So money goes to a good cause. But the cops are in green, like Irish, and the firefighters are in red. So it's like Slapshot. When do you see this? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I was just perusing, like, oh, here we go.
Basically, you got 5 different fights going on at once. Yeah.
I mean, it's a legit brawl, dude.
What, Tony? What?
Hang on. I was like, that's a legit brawl.
Yeah, that's old school. That's old school hockey fighting, right? Where all 5 guys on each team are throwing hands. Yeah, that's old school, man.
And also, by the way, video was clean. Video was okay. Everything was cool.
No, it's not exactly. It was a little bit jumpy, but it's still an improvement over last week.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Guys, baby steps. Baby steps. We're getting there. We're getting there.
I'll take it, dude. I can take it all damn day, dude. I best Scarlet Fire, just to address your comment I see you in the chat about the Phil's 60th, Phil Lesch's 60th at Henry J. Kaiser Auditorium. Sometimes you gotta move. Yes, sometimes you just gotta move. I'm a wanderer at shows, man. I can't stay put. Well, the shows that you don't have a seat, right? The GA shows. I like to wander, especially that's why I love going to see Fish at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Colorado, because you can just go anywhere you want. I mean, you have a floor seat or a GA seat in the stands, but go behind the stage, like we were talking about at Springsteen, Paulie. Like this. One of the most underrated seats at a show is behind the stage.
I'd sit back there anytime for a Bruce gig. Any freaking time I would sit behind the stage. I've done it before. It's a great vantage point. By the way, dude, the reviews are coming in. Noemi, video a bit choppy. Woods, choppy as F. Patty, it was clear for sure. Humdinger, it was cleaner, but somewhat lagged. Leah, here comes Tuba Sun God. You're up to about 2006 video quality.
Let's go. We're climbing. Let's go.
We're trying. You know what, though, folks? It's better than 1996 video quality. We're getting there.
Hey, Paulie, it's better quality than the 2026 Giants.
Dude. Well, again, Landon Roop, there it is. He's going to put the wheels on tonight. I got a good feeling about tonight. I think it's get out of San Francisco. Take that day off yesterday. Let's recharge the vehicle a little bit. Let's get out there tonight and just get some guys on base and start playing baseball. Cut the crap.
Yeah, and if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, it's business time.
I just want to remind people. Please visit our YouTube channel at Paulie Max Particles and like and subscribe while you're there.
We need that.
We need to play with the algorithm. We need to people to play the game, as they say. Enjoy the game, Paulie. As Jeff Kent said many, many years ago. And also, you can find the audio-only versions on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And then also, Paulie, more business at hand. Numerology, please. Numerology, Paulie, before we move on to the show.
We were like about a half hour late on that, but let's do it anyway. I'm down.
Okay. And then here we go.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
All right, there you go, Paulie. Numerology, episode 292, episode 290.
I want to go first. Let me go first, please.
Go.
Okay, I'm just jumping in. I can't refuse this temptation. I'm gonna eliminate the 2. I'm gonna write off the 2 and focus on the 92. And when I think 92s, Tony, I think Roy Barker. Okay, Roy effing Barker for more than one reason, and you know what I'm talking about. But we'll leave it right there. Roy effing Barker. You guys remember him? Late 90s? Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a well, yeah.
Yeah, you just leave it alone. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally. 92, you got to give love to the late, great Reggie White. 92, I feel like you got to give him some love.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, remember you could turn the what did he say? Turn the phone and what did he say?
Well, it was a very racist comment he made. I don't know if you want to repeat it on the.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, but it was just like
I will say this though. I will say this. I don't think he intentionally meant to get.
No,
It
totally.
was like a chain reaction, dude.
Yeah.
It was like racist dominoes just falling. He was because he mentioned like the Asians. He mentioned like Hispanics. He went right down the line.
Yeah, he did.
And I actually think he was trying trying to be complimentary,
Mhm.
but he 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 dredged up some stereotypes that I think upset a lot of people. I remember that whole thing, dude. Those were like the early days of us being a KNBR.
I remember we were working with Rod Brooks at the time, and Rod could not get over what he said. And
But
he's
nobody
like,
could.
no,
Nobody could.
Rod was like, play it again. Play it again? And he kept wanting me to play it because he's like, wait, no, this man. Anyways, it was a great breakdown by Rod. Paulie, just some chimes for your midday here on a Monday.
Yes, sir.
The number 29s that are popping up in the chat are fantastic. I see Adrian Beltre by Scarlet Fire. I see Mike Vernon 29. I see Fred the Crime Dog McGriff. I see Rod Carew. I see John freaking Smoltz, dude. My favorite on the mic and one of my favorite pitchers to watch. That Braves staff back in the day with Maddox, Glavine, and Smoltz. I mean, that was unbelievable pitching staff. But Paulie, I'm going to keep it at home. I'm going to go number 29. There was Don Griffin for your San Francisco 49ers.
Nice. Great call. We don't talk about Don Griffin enough. He's got a few Super Bowl rings. Sure.
And very good. Like, doesn't get enough love.
No, you're right. He doesn't. He doesn't get
Nutter. You're with me, buddy. Jason Schmidt, number 29 for the Giants, and Mike Lacoste, Paulie.
Okay, good. Little Mikey Lacoste. Hey, if there's any super old school Ranger fans here, New York Rangers hockey, I'm going so deep into my bag of tricks. Nobody, if one person here knows this name, I'd be shocked, but I'm throwing it out there anyway, just in case. This is for any of you New York Ranger fans out there floating around on the perimeter. Yeah. Tony, shout out. You ready for this one? Out of Finland. Shout out Reijo Ruotsalainen. Okay, Reijo Ruotsalainen,
nice.
Number 29. I believe he scored 5 goals in a game once on St. Patrick's Day. And the reason I remember that is because he had a hat trick, and everybody at the Garden was drunk. It was St. Patrick's Day, and people were throwing like green hats on the ice. And Ruotsalainen picked one up and put it on his head. Eric Ruotsalainen, for your hockey pleasure. Booka boom. Nice, Stevie B. Nice, bro. Another Ranger drop. And here comes Anthony Merkovich dropping an Eric Dickerson.
Dude, yeah. Great neck roll by Dickerson. Great pro specs under the helmet.
Goggles, weren't there like goggles he had on, like those?
I think they used to be called pro specs, and you'd wear them under the helmet, which must have been very uncomfortable, by the way. But I got to share one more thing, Paulie, before we move on. I'm going to test the video capabilities again.
Okay.
This is. I would like to take us to Netherlands.
Yes.
Okay, because you brought up Europe. Okay, so Eastern.
Finland. That's right. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
We're going to Weert, the Netherlands, July 17th, 2021. I'd like you to enjoy the Ace of Spades on a pipe organ, Paulie. Here we go.
Okay. Sounds awesome. All the same to me.
There you go. Isn't that phenomenal?
What made you do that? Where'd this come from?
You brought up Finland, and it made me think,
okay.
I put in bookmarks the Netherlands video, so I just wanted to show that. And anytime you can talk Motorhead, and Rod Brooks is a big Motorhead guy, so I was thinking about it from Rod.
He is. Brooksy loves his Lemmy and Motorhead. By the way, Tony, phase two of PMF Familia video reviews are now pouring in. Let me quote you a couple.
Yeah.
Patty from Napa. That video is just fine. Here comes Miguel. Video is much better. Right. Okay. Noemi says we're up to 2012 quality. We're getting there, folks. I'm telling you, we're getting there. And we do have a super, Nutter. That is an organ. That's a pipe organ. The guy was hitting it with his fist.
Paulie, one more time. Let's let it finish. Only 20 more seconds.
Ace of Spades. Yeah, man.
Isn't that just fantastic?
I could listen to it all day. I really
All
could,
day.
but I don't want to lose the audience. And by the way, what's up? Danny Ogden, executive producer of the Bay Area Sports Collective, is in our midst. Want to say hello to Dan. Great batch of shows you've been doing with Tom. Dan, so great to see Tolbert back in action. Great to see you out there, too, on opening day. I got a lot of good looks at Danny Ogden prancing around out there while Tom was broadcasting. Tony, I got to make an executive decision.
Nope.
Good day, everyone.
Stand by.
All right.
We're going to do Escobar Cheeks the Third Super before we do anything else on the show, Paulie, because when Escobar Cheeks the Third speaks, we must listen. It's the hashtag. It's hashtag F that tall redhead. Mike was talking S about Buster. I think he's talking Mike Lacoste, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think he was talking S about, so Mike Lacoste came on with Murph and Marcus recently, and I think he was talking S about Larry Bear, like not a fan of Larry Bear.
Well, that's a bad. You don't badmouth Larry Bear on the airwaves or anywhere else for that matter. You
also don't ask to see his cell phone. Oh.
Oh, yeah, dude, easy now, Tony. I don't want to get in trouble.
No trouble. That's a fact, dude. That's all.
I'm telling you this right now. You badmouth Larry Bear, you could wind up sleeping with the fishes, dude. You could wear cement shoes. I'm telling you, Larry's a freaking gangster. Don't think he's not.
When I got canned from KMBR,
yes,
certain people that canned.
Hold on, Tony. Which time?
Oh, sorry. I apologize. the first time. Time.
Okay, you gotta have a couple. Yeah, sure.
That's phenomenal, by the way. Which time? That's why Lee Hammer always wanted to give me anniversary cakes every year and have like a 1.0 and a 2.0 cake.
One of these days we got to tell people what you did. The obscene gesture you made to the Don of Dons, dude. The captain of captains. Tony made an obscene gesture at the most powerful man in San Francisco radio. And then I had to go back to have closed door meetings with management trying to get you back. And they finally submitted, but it was not easy, dude. I was doing some heavy lifting behind closed doors to bring Tony back into the building. And ultimately we got him back, but it was not easy. I was a tough campaign.
All I know is I was called an asshole. Excuse me, by the way. Sorry, Chronics. By the powers that be to my Uncle Paul. That asshole nephew of yours.
Yeah, well, you were pushing it, dude. You don't do what you did. When do we tell that story, Tony? Sometime
maybe Wednesday night. It's a night flight story for sure.
Make a note because we got to do that. And it also involved the restaurant Umbria. If you guys remember, remember Umbria right across. I was on what was that? Second and not Harrison, Howard. Is that where it was? Second and Howard?
Second and Howard. Yeah, Second and Howard on the corner.
Really good. And that was another place. They had a lot of outdoor dining. They're a good spot. Umbria. We're good Italian food, good pizza. Marco Bellinelli used to eat there all the time. You remember that?
Dude, nice. Good poll. But also, probably like they say in Goodfathers, it was out of respect.
You know why? It was out of respect. All right, Tony, I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now out of respect. I want to give some love to our sponsors, but I see you've got other plans. Okay.
No. I was trying to think if I needed to wrap up a thought, but I don't think I did. So we're good.
I would like to do this. I would like to do Stellar Design, and I want to talk about Don Peralta's operation a little bit. And then when we come back, I'd like to kind of display the bummer brackets and let people know like when the voting's going to begin. Let's look at some of these matchups.
Yeah, I also probably we got to talk a little Niners because the Niners are they got some things percolating that we got to talk about as well.
All right, how about this? How about Stellar Design, Arrow, NFL owners meetings, Kyle Shanahan talking about Australia because I do want to get into that too, and then we'll do bummer brackets. How's that?
Sure. Done.
Okay. All right, Tony. Well, let's begin. Let's talk about Stellar Design. This is the San Francisco Bay Area based industrial design studio shaping the product of, take two, shaping the future of product innovation. Now, today, Tony, we have a few things to show off in Dom's bag of tricks. I'll let you bring those up. And while you're digging those out of the vaults, I will let everybody know back to Stellar Design, the services they provide and the services they offer. They do create award-winning designs with meaningful connections between people, product, and brand. So whether you're an individual with an idea, you're a startup company, you're a big established Fortune 500 company, Stellar Design offers partnership to achieve out-of-this-world design. Visit Stellar Dominic.design and make design impact. Email Dom Peralta, tell him what you need anytime. It's Dominic@stellar.design. And Tony, there you go. I love that image right there of Lebowski with the bummer brackets. He had a perplexed look on his face. Go ahead, T. What else you got in there, buddy?
No, Dom's just up to so many wonderfully talented things. The guy is so gifted, and I don't know. I can't think. We thank him all the time, right? But it doesn't feel like it's ever enough because of what he does for our show and what he does for our audience, and what he did last Wednesday for our season opening party, and what he's doing for the bummer bracket. And I do want to just emphasize again that get in touch with Dom for Peralta Arts or Stellar Design. If it's a business idea or if it's a creative idea for family or friend, get in touch with Dom and he will have a conversation with you. And he's so freaking creative that he will come up with something, or he'll follow your lead and follow your creative idea. So we love Dom on the show, man, and we can't thank him enough. So Dom Peralta and Stellar Design. That is the bummer bracket that he designed for us. That is the artwork. And then he also put together all of the teams on the bracket that we can go to later on in the show also, Paulie.
Yeah, Dom has been an invaluable kind of asset to our show and to the community. And like really, he's responsible for a lot of the way this show is presented visually. He's 100% responsible for all the merchandise, the Grateful shirts that are very popular right now. Dom especially had those made for the opening night party rather. And by the way, Dom, I still need one. I didn't get one of those. I want one of those.
Hey, Paulie, that shirt is featured in our Longbridge pizza spot later on in the show. Steven from Longbridge put together a great video montage from Wednesday night's season opening party at Standard Deviant, and it highlights the t-shirt. So we'll show it off later on in the show.
Hey, you were telling me last week that Matt Kolsky, another former KNBR guy, was like really getting curious about who this Steven guy is at Longbridge Pizza. Has he laid his eyes on Steven yet? Have Kolsky and Steven gone face to face yet?
Because they don't think so. Because he texted me because he heard us riffing about him and Steven, and he goes, "Tell me more about this Steven character." And I said, just two handsome dudes hanging out, one in the Bay Area.
Both are bringing the curls, both are bringing the glasses. It's a very similar look, and both great guys too, by the way. What's Kolsky doing now? Where is he? What's he up to?
He's in Chicago. He moved back to Chicago. That's where he's from, and I think he and his wife and kids are doing great, and he couldn't be happier, really. And before we wrap up Stellar Design, Paulie, let's go back in time for a second, and I'm going to show some. Look at Dom's work right there.
Nice, dude, I forgot about that image. That's a great one.
Mm-hmm. Tony's top three. There's the other Tony's top three. And I love that one, man.
That was the sticker right there that was on the baseball bat that we hit the Ohtani pinata with.
Yes, dude. And then Tony's top THC, I believe it is. Yeah, Tony's top THC. And then don't forget about Raymond Ritter. Whenever Raymond Ritter decides to retire, that's the Dom had the idea of putting the vest, and Paulie had the idea of putting the vest in the rafters, and Dom made that a creation. And then we got Paulie's Punks, which we haven't talked about in a while, but Paulie's Punks, don't forget about Paulie's Punks. That's all, Paulie.
Yeah, no, I tell you, Paulie's Punks, I'm going to give my Paulie's Punks award this weekend to UConn basketball for punking Boozer, the father Boozer, and that entire Duke Blue Devil kind of a sense of entitlement. That's the thing. The Duke things, Duke has always kind of rubbed me the wrong way, to be honest with you. I've never been a Duke guy. I do like Coach K. I mean, if you like basketball, you have to admire and respect Coach K.
Yeah.
But this new coach now, he's under the gun. It's like, can he do it on the big stage? We'll see. But it really goes back to what you said earlier in the show for me. Boozer's dad acting like a punk. St. John's. I mean, it was totally uncalled for. And like Tony said, maybe that was a little karma coming back to bite him in his behind, Tony.
Hey, Paulie, and for those of you who haven't seen it, just in case, if you haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, it's worth watching again. Here is the play right here. Here's the play.
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, wow, just look at the mayhem.
It's utter chaos. Everybody in the building is standing up. The entire game is on the line. You got 10 seconds left. Duke is trying to protect a 2-point lead. All they have to do is inbound the ball and basically bring it up the court, get over the half-court line so they don't get that penalty. And then it's just about holding the ball, because I'm sure that UConn was going to foul, but instead they steal the ball, and now Boozer had to answer all the tough questions. I felt bad for that kid. It's hard to stand up like that and answer pointed questions when because he was saying stuff like, I let my team down. It was all my fault. And I felt like, oh man, you got to shake that one off.
Feel that way. You're the number one seed. You think you're going to make it to the Final Four. You think you're going to win the tournament.
Yeah.
basically. And that's the expectation when you play for Duke basketball.
That's right.
And so there's a lot of pressure on these kids, but here we go.
Seconds to go. Got to cut and run through the ball. Who better than this guy? Get it into Boozer. Back for Sar. Ahead. Boozer. That ball deflected and stolen.
So in Boozer's defense, dude, look at how wide open that guy is that he's trying to pass to, right? So, I mean, he's wide open. So I see what he's thinking, but it's also like just, hold the ball. That's
yeah.
It's just tough stuff. Here we go. How's this video, by the way?
A little choppy.
Oh, really? Really? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good to know. Isn't that wild? Some are choppy, some aren't. Whatever. Yeah, just wild. And so I'll let the play finish. Here we go.
Boozer. That ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up. It's good. We're point 3. UConn goes in front.
Tony, the reviews are coming in. I'll read them. Quote, here we go. Tuba Sungop, we're back to dial-up. Red Jet Shell, choppy. Red Jet Shell with a follow-up. We're getting there. LOL. Miguel comes back again. Choppy. Noemi, that video sucks. Patty, it's choppy, but I can hear. The screen is clear. There we go. And she's thinking UConn. I assume that's what that means. UConn. Anyway, you guys, we're working on it. We really are. We're working on it. Okay.
P1 check. I was just about to say the same thing. Bill Raftery's reaction was, and by the way, dude, tip of the cap to the career of Bill Raftery, man. Incredible.
His voice is the sound of college basketball.
For me, Paulie, it's always been him or Vern Lundquist. I love both of those dudes. And Bill Raftery, it's so good that he's still doing it. And I don't know, man, just his reaction. I'm glad somebody had the presence of mind to video them while the play was happening as well. Good, really smart to get them on video as well. Great stuff, man.
P1 Chuck's in the house. He goes, video, we're up to like circa 2000 dial-up speed kind of technology.
Nice,
and
right, there we go.
P1 Chuck, I don't know if you were with us earlier, but we showed the FDNY New York City Police Department. We showed the hockey brawl earlier in the show because I saw you posted that. That was really cool. All right, Tony, are we still good, or do you want to get to the brackets? I want to see the brackets. I really do.
We need to talk Niners first, Paulie, because
you're right. We said that. Okay, go ahead. The floor is yours, Creative Tony.
Well, no, I mean, John Lynch is basically saying that there are no substation blues. So
they hired like an independent scientist to like investigate the whole thing. And apparently he's kind of towing the company line and saying, no, we're safe. Everybody's safe here. Safety is of the utmost importance. And it is. I mean, it is. Honestly, nobody.
Can I just be a total dick here and a total, like, I don't know, conspiracy theorist or whatever you want to call it? You're telling me you're going to be the scientist that's going to say, actually, you got a real big problem here, John. You 49ers, you got a real big, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Well, and Miriam is quoting John Lynch. Did you hear the term he used over the weekend? He goes, we investigated this. We had a scientist look at the substation. Tony, turns out to be a big nothing burger. A nothing burger. Yeah.
The only burger I want is a shin burger from Mike Kruko's mouth. That's all I want is a shin burger.
The only burger I want is the double cheeseburger stack down at Long Bridge Pizza. When Neil stacks up those cheeseburgers, those things are freaking amazing. What does he call them again? What is that?
That's this the
smash burger? No,
the smash burger. But the smack stack, Paulie.
Smack stack. Oh, dude, it's oh man, that's how cheeseburgers ought to be. They're so good.
The smash stack, and it's at Long Bridge tomorrow. So they do it tomorrow. So they just do it on Tuesdays, and they're phenomenal. And they do the mushrooms too. You can get the mushrooms out on too. They also do the chopped cheese as well. You can get like their version of a cheesesteak only on Tuesdays. We'll talk about that before the end of the show. But Paulie, so there's no substation blues according to the independent scientist.
Right.
Okay. Of course. I mean, I'm not surprised that the independent scientist said there's nothing to worry about here. It's like Leslie Nielsen and Naked Gun. Please disperse. Nothing to see here. And then supposedly, I guess, no Joey Bosa. He's not taking a pay cut to come to town. So even though his brother restructured his own contract to make it maybe a possibility, Joey says no dice. And then Kyle Shanahan was asked about Isaac Guerrero, and I want to thank Robot Centaur.
Yeah,
for sending this via text.
Yeah.
Thank you for reading from this. To see the sports desk at the Robot Centaur sports desk never closes. It's never closed. It's always open. So he sent what was the actual quote? I got to get the actual quote.
Well, he said something like he wasn't good enough to be the backup, something like that. He said something like, he wasn't our second best running back, so we didn't use him.
He just wasn't our second best runner last year.
Yeah.
So, okay, but why do you only have to have two? I don't know. I mean, especially if Brian Robinson Jr. is not exactly busting off runs and busting off big runs. I don't know.
I like Brian Robinson. I do think, though, that we've seen this before. There are certain guys that kind of get pulled into Shanahan's kind of black hole. And, Brandon Ayuk was there. He was in the doghouse at the beginning of his career. I mean, he's back in it now, but he was at the beginning. It took him a long time to get in the good graces of Shanahan. Maybe it's a work ethic thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm speculating. But I'm with you. I'm curious. I mean, Guarendo's speed is enticing enough for me to want to see more of him. And it doesn't make sense.
And his numbers from 2024 make me want to see more of him, Paulie. And it makes me also wonder, could you imagine being Kyle's wife or children? Like, what kind of doghouse do they have to get out of at the home?
Hey, man.
Oh my God. Kyle, when he builds a doghouse, man, you're in it for a while. And
I want to say a couple things too, Tony. When you look at, and the last time we saw the Niners play, they were getting run off the field by the Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs. And we all agreed one of the biggest takeaways of that game was the next day. We all said they look so fast and we look so slow on the field next to them. That being considered, and that kind of being the reality right now, the 49ers are an older team. They are kind of lacking in speed. Your fastest guy is never on the field. Like, if you want to make up for some of that speed, how about a couple screen passes? Throw something out to him and drop a screen to Guarendo and let him see what he can do. Give him a couple of blockers and let him see if he can create. I'm just saying it would be nice to counter the Seattle speed with some speed of our own, but the only guy who really brings that is a guy that Shanahan won't play in Isaac Guarendo. So it's a little frustrating when you need speed. We have a guy that's fast, but Shanny doesn't play him.
Doesn't play him, and he had good stats in 2024. I don't know.
Hey, one other thing Shanahan said, Tony, over the weekend, maybe you guys saw this too, is he was, and I was glad to hear Shanahan say this. He goes, guys, this whole Australia thing we're doing, it makes no sense, and it doesn't benefit us in any way. So I was glad Shanahan kept it real. He was like, yeah, no, it's great for the fans. It's globalizing the NFL brand. I don't know about you guys. I could care less about the globalization of the NFL. I don't care if NFL football is popular in Hamburg. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's popular in Melbourne, Australia. It's of no consequence to me. I want my team playing in the United States of America where they don't have to take 12-hour plane rides to compete against some team for just so the NFL can make it a little extra TV money. So I'm glad Shanahan said what he said. I am staunchly against these international games because it's just not good for the players. And where every game is so meaningful in the NFL, like one loss can keep you out of the playoffs. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It does. And I was glad Shanahan said that. It does not benefit his players in any way, shape, or form.
So the Niners will play Thursday, September 10th, 8:35 kickoff Eastern time. Local Melbourne time, it will be Friday, September 11th, 10:35 a.m. And then they have to come back. And then because it's week one, they're not going to have a bye week two.
Their body clocks are going to be so screwed up. They're not going to know what's going on. So you're telling me the kickoff is 10:30 in the morning, Australia time? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Australia time. Yeah. 5:35 for us, 8:35 for East Coasters, for Rags. It's 5:35 or 8:35, excuse me. But it's going too far. How long is that flight? Like 20 hours? 19? It says 19 to 20 hour flight, dude.
That's 19. An entire day. You're basically sacrificing a day out of your life just to get over there and to get back. And again, it cannot be good for the
athlete. Maybe Kyle can watch more Guarendo film on that flight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Why not? Hey, Guarendo, you're in. I watched Flight on the plane. You're pretty good. Grab a helmet. All right, Tony, let's get to the bummer brackets for the love of God.
For the love of God. Okay, Paulie, you're big into the brackets. I am too. I want
to see him. I just want to see him, and I want the audience to see him. And then I need somebody to explain to me how the audience is going to vote. Let's walk through all this stuff real quick, T.
This is where we need Dom Peralta. So Dom's on the chat. We're going to try to do YouTube polls for each matchup, but we don't know how quickly the polling can happen. So people are just have to bear with us. It's going to be fun because this is going to go throughout the week. You know what I'm saying, Paulie? So we're good to go throughout the week, especially on Wednesday night's night flight, this is a great night flight topic, don't you think?
A little vehicle for night flight. All right, so why don't we do this then? Show me the brackets today. We'll start the voting on Wednesday for the night flight, as Tony said, because we didn't do one last week. We had the opening night party. So we'll get the night flight back on track. And he's right. That would be a fun topic for Wednesday night, get some voting in. And I'm going to say this right now, Dom, I want Dom to join us on the show Wednesday so he can explain to the audience how to vote, where to vote, and all that kind of stuff. And we'll keep it up tempo, too. We'll vote on as many as we can. Are you okay over there, T, or are you unable to bring it up?
I'm bringing up the link, and I just want to make sure that this is the right email. Yeah, it is. And it says the bracket isn't ready yet. So I wonder if the situation, Dom, that's what it's saying. When I click that link, it says that the bracket is not ready yet. Oh no. Dom says I'm working on enabling the actual bracket itself.
Oh,
so I can pull up the matchups, Paulie, if we want to do that. So stand by. Let me look for
just
that.
A couple. We don't have to go through every single one. Just show me a couple.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, well, shoot. Okay. There's one thing we didn't play last week that we should probably play as well. I have it loaded. This has nothing to do with anything, Paulie, but this is while you're gonna listen to this while I pull up this right here. Stand by. One more time. Boom. This is from Fareed and Dom last week. This is the Robbie Ray theme song.
Oh.
Everybody's talking about my tight pants. I got my tight pants. I got my tight pants on. Everybody's looking at my tight pants. I got my tight pants. I got my tight pants on.
Dude, what is that from?
It sounds like Will Ferrell. I think that's a Saturday Night Live skit. Is my guess? Yeah, Escobar knows it. Tight pants, man. I got my tight pants on. And the thing, dude, I saw somebody on Twitter, man. It's not just us, by the way. We are not the only ones who can't take our eyes off the glutes of a Robbie Ray because he's essentially wearing spandex. And I saw somebody during the game when Robbie Ray was pitching. Some Giant fan posted on Twitter, and the guy goes, "I got to be honest with you guys. Robbie Ray's butt sweat is tough to take when he's pitching." Yeah. His pants are so tight, he's kind of leaking through them. It's a tough visual, although I know the ladies do love them some Robbie Ray. Is he like the official hunk of the team now, Tony? Robbie Ray, is he the heartthrob? I've lost track.
I don't know, man. The physique of a Harrison Bader is Mr. Bader is quite impressive. I don't know who there are many handsome folk on the team. Vitello might be the hunk of the team, Paulie, for all I care.
Well, Vitello, the good looks are only going to get him so far, Tony. I will need some wins at some point, at some juncture.
Well, like Singletary said, Paulie, I want winners. Okay.
I mean, are you really concerned about the Giants, the start they got off to, the lack of offense? Is that something you're actively worried about?
Not yet.
Me neither.
I don't. Like I said in the very beginning of the show, there's something weird about Vitello's press conferences and his interactions with the media. I feel like he needs like a media coach or something. And not to say that I'm any better. I'm just saying that that's part of the gig is pregame and postgame. You need to address the media every single day.
Yeah.
And he said something right out of the gates that the team's playing it too tense or something, or very tense. And it's like, it's only 2 games. And even if you feel that way, I don't know if he should have said it publicly. You maybe say that to the team. Hey guys, listen up. Let's go play some ping pong or whatever. But like to say that publicly, and then of course it's going to get legs. And then Robbie Ray responded to it. And I think so did Elliot Ramos as well, saying, no, we're good. It's only 2 games, blah, blah, blah. And it's like the fact that that's already kind of a little vibe is not the greatest.
No, and he's being and this is just comes with the territory. Vitello knows this, and he's going to have to grow into this and get more used to this. But he's being questioned too. Some of his decisions over the weekend were being questioned. Should he have pinch run in certain situations? Should he have let other guys bat in certain situations? Like those kind of questions are going to be coming at him fast and furious unless he starts winning games. I mean, that's the cure for everything. You want to quiet down the media. You want to quiet down the fans. You go out and win a few games, and you get people a little bit, feeling better about the state of Giant baseball.
Yeah, I'm not ready to question in-game moves yet. Like,
okay, well, I think it's fair to do that. I mean, it kind of comes to the territory. Big Al was saying that he is concerned. Big Al and Chico saying, I am concerned about the state of the Giants right now. And
I'm concerned. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, brother.
The last thing Big Al was saying is that he is concerned and that a lot of it has to do with the schedule. They do not have an easy schedule these first couple of weeks. They're playing a lot of really good teams. Yeah,
they go Phillies, then they go. They go Padres, then they go Phillies. It's like they go Yankees, Padres, Phillies. That's rough stuff.
Yeah.
Remember my reaction when they signed Chapman to what, a 6-year deal? Was it 6 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want Matt Chapman for 6 years. And I'm already just wondering what kind of a year. And I hope I'm wrong, man. I hope I'm wrong. But I need a better average and more power from Chapman. And so I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But I don't know. I don't have the best outlook for a match. I like Matt Chapman, and I think he's a hell of a defensive third baseman as well. And I think he's a good, he's got potential, but just come on, Matt.
All right, now here's the seasoned kind of view of a Pine Needle. And by the way, Pine, great hanging out with you last week, dude. Your son's great. You were great. Really a pleasure to hang. Pine Needle says regarding Giant baseball, I'm not concerned at all. This is all laughable. You don't need to be concerned after 3 games. Come back after 50. Yeah, 50 is a good sample size. I feel you, Pine Needle. And I have that perspective too. I'm not happy about what I've seen, but I'm also not like pacing the floor. It's like worried about this team. You got it. It'll come, dude. It's gonna. And this opening series will most likely be forgotten in a month. Like no one's gonna be talking about this Yankee series.
Don't tell me you've forgotten, Paulie. But I gotta say, totally am with you, Pine Needle. And I've seen other comments in the chat that yes. It's no time to get alarmed, but it's the way their lack of production over 3 games. They finally started.
It was horrible. No, it was anemic. It was brutal out there, dude. There's really no way to defend it. By the way, Tony, real quick, here comes Orrin Williams 1. What's up,
Orrin? Yeah.
Orrin Williams. Have we not been talking about the Giants' lack of offense since the second half of 2016? 100%. You ain't wrong, brother. You ain't wrong, Orrin. Yes,
dude, Orrin, by the way, Orrin, by the way, Paul, you've heard me talk about the band Pirate Radio. Orrin is the drummer in Pirate Radio, and he lives down on the Penny. He's great, dude. Thanks for tuning in, Orrin. Paulie, I can get the bracket up now if you'd like to dive in.
I'm going to telegraph some punches here. Here's what we're going to do, Tony. We're going to go sneak peek at the brackets. Mm-hmm. We're going to go birthdays because you said you had a great batch of birthdays. Yes. And then we'll do a bookmark segment only if you want to. Because we do have a lot of bookmarks. I'm going to let you make that call. But we're going to go Longbridge. We're going to go brackets. We're going to go birthdays at least. And then
I think that's good right there because I'm going to continue to, we did abbreviated version of bookmarks today, with showing a couple of videos. So
yeah, again, I told you, Tony, when you need me to rap, you got to give me that. You know what to do. Give me the signal.
Wow.
Show people what you used to do when you were pissed at me with the wince. Give me the wince and everything.
Like that.
Yes.
Or like this, just or the old sign of just break.
I remember sometimes you would be so pissed at me and Brooksy for not breaking. You would just like take your headphones off, throw your hands up, and just start walking around. You would just like start walking around the studio because once you start rolling, you don't want to go to a break. And Tony would be like, break, give me that signal. Yeah.
Ralph Barbieri got me so hot and bothered all the time because he never wanted to break. And I'm like, hey, Ralph, what do you think is going to happen to the commercials? That they're just going to disappear? That we're just going to delete them from the log and we're just going to keep doing like the longer you go, I'm going to have to combine breaks and the longer break we're going to have.
Dude, the breaks on the old Ralph and Tom show, they would roll 17, 18 minutes of ads because those guys would never go to break. And what Tony's talking about is you start stockpiling.
Yeah.
Like you gotta make good on all the spots that you missed.
Totally.
So those breaks would go on for like 15 minutes plus.
Yep. That is why Bob Agnew and I created a fake top of the hour mandatory AP News sounder. And that finally got Ralph somewhat on track back on the clock. Because I would just be like, Ralph, it's it's top of the hour. I'm cutting your mic. And I would just cut his mic and we'd play this fake sounder. So there was no news report at all. Because Ralph would turn off his mic and take his headphones off immediately when we went to break. And he never heard anything that happened during the break until it was his time to talk. If he did like an Amici spot or something. But
Totally.
Anyways.
Tony, let's talk about Amici's pizza. I want to go to bookmarks, or excuse me, take two. The brackets, Tony, for the love of God, the brackets, please.
There we go. Dom, thank you, brother. Dom Peralta at it again, as usual.
I'm sorry, Tony. I am sorry. Is there any way you can enlarge that, or is that as big as it goes?
I don't think so. I think that's as large as it can go.
All right, then read me a few matchups because I can't quite make those out with my bad eyes. So help me out. Help a brother out.
Let me see here. Okay, so up at the top, right below the bummer
I
record
just saw exit velocity. When you were scrolling, I just saw exit velocity. I wonder who that's matched up against.
We have entering the portal in 4th grade, entering the transfer portal in 4th grade versus 8th grade parents holding their kid back in the interest of the NIL possibilities.
Ooh, I like this highlighting thing you're doing. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. So then we have oven mitts versus egregious eye black.
Okay.
Oven mitts versus egregious eye black.
Okay.
We've got the Roadcaster versus StreamYard.
That's a death match. That's a bloodbath right there, kids. That's a freaking bloodbath.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Manscaping versus Wookiee.
I'll be honest, there's pros and cons to both, having been both in my time. You know what I mean? There's pros to being cleaned up and there's pros to being Wookieed out. It depends. Hey, some ladies out there in the Grateful Dead community, they enjoy the Wookiee male, Tony. Right. They enjoy the Wookiee male. So I'm just saying, you never know.
Correct, Paulie. Totally correct. Then we have Robo Umps versus Instant Replay. So Robo Umps versus, we never talked to ABS. But Robo Umps versus Instant Replay. This is a battle right here. Long ball / launch angle versus small ball. Okay, so like, come on, because
launch angle, you know what I mean?
But a lot of people think small ball is a bummer.
Hey, you know Tony, just let me inject some comedy here, some relevant comedy. I'm going to kind of connect this to one of our favorite shows right now. For anybody out there in the audience, I know my friend Rags is watching DTF St. Louis. Hey, Rags, shout out launch angle with the male character who's got the curved piece, if you know what I'm talking about. Tony, they spend a lot of time on the show talking about this guy's curved member and how that's a problem for him. He's taking like 3 or 4 different kind of medications. Humdinger, you're with me. Humdinger's with me on DTF. It's a freak show out there, bro. Do you guys think that cities are all corrupt and all these after hours clubs and these dungeons and God knows what's going on? Forget about cities. It's the suburbs you got to watch out for. That's where the real freaks reside. Whether it's a gnome on the front yard, whether it's my guy with his curved piece, you know what I mean? Whether it's the boathouse, it's just a lot going on. But I'm glad you guys are watching too. Patty, dive in. It's really good. Trust me, you'll get hooked. All right, Tony.
I'm deep into land. Well, not deep in, but 4 episodes into Landman. So I got when I finish that, shrinking in Landman for me right now. But I'll dive in after. That's fine. Yeah. Paulie, working the day after the Super Bowl versus working the day after Christmas.
Both are horrible. Yeah.
Both horrible. Both major bummers. I don't know what's the bummer of a Lime Scooter. Lime Scooter versus Lake Street. Like
they shut them down. Now, Tony, they just shut them down. Yeah. You know what I've started to do? I've taken it upon myself to ignore the signs. I just drive right down Lake Street. I do. I don't care. Well,
you have to. You have to. I'm visiting somebody.
Yeah.
So
I live here. Yeah, if I ever get pulled over, I'm going to say my house is right over there. Leave me alone.
So that's one bracket. Okay. And then the other bracket, and then they're going to meet up in the championship. We have auto-tune vocals versus mumble rap. Both
are. That's why this is the bummer brackets, folks. Yeah. Bad choice versus bad choice.
Dude, both suck. Jelly roll versus an actual. By the way, Paulie, I've had one jelly roll in my life, and that was one too many. I'm not a fan of a jelly roll.
I've never had one. I don't plan on starting. I don't. Yeah.
Don't do it, man. This is a major bummer. Billy Joel versus Taylor Swift. That's just a major bummer.
Kind of speaks for itself. Yeah.
Yeah, right. There's not much to say, right?
No.
In the waiting in line for tickets versus ticket bots. I think what will crush in that matchup, in my opinion, at least. Here's another one, dude. Exit velocity versus roughing the passer. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Exit velocity can go F itself. Tailgaters versus cutting you off.
Oh, on the roads. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's when I have to restrain myself. Tesla's lights versus Tesla trucks.
Oh, dude, those freaking those triangular looking like military style trucks these people are driving around. I don't get it. I don't know what what's the, you've seen those things, Tony. It's like a triangle with wheels, and they're like 45 feet long. I don't know.
I'd like to put the Tesla bumper stickers now that you see on Teslas that are like, what they're making a comment about Elon, and it's like, don't.
You're gonna put a sticker on anybody's car, let it be a P&P sticker, right, Patty?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't encourage that kind of vandalism. All right, Tony, thank you for the preview. Thank you.
It's not you, it's not me versus getting cheated on. We did that last week, and then here's
No, I don't want to go down this road. Let's just do one half for now. That's plenty.
Oh, last one I'll show from this side. The Genius Bar versus ticket fees.
Yeah, good one.
Genius Bar, Paulie.
Yeah. I love it. I got to tell you, Tony, I know you love a Genius Bar, and nobody loves a good convenience fee more than me. You know what I mean? I love spending a few $100 on convenience fees because it is so convenient. Take another $300-400. Thanks for playing.
Well, and Paulie, with the last two additions to the bracket, and then we're done. These that were additions today: Amazon Prime only games only on Amazon Prime versus games only on Peacock.
These guys can all go F themselves. I'm telling you right now, they can all go F themselves. But sadly, folks, they're going to drag us into this. I'm telling you, we're a couple of years away before all this stuff starts going to streaming services. They've just figured out that the demand for pro sports in America is so great that if we start putting these things on streaming services where you have to pay to get the service, most fans are going to do it, and I'm totally opposed to it. But this is just what they're doing. This is where it's all going. Yeah, that's a tough topic, or a tough matchup, rather, right there.
That's why we need a fan revolution, Paulie. And then last one, FOMO. Just FOMO, which just sucks. I had major FOMO for your gig at Brisbane Inn. I've had major FOMO many times in my life. Or getting sick while on vacation.
I've done both. You know what I mean? I've had FOMO and I've been sick on vacation. Being sick on vacation stinks.
Sucks.
Nothing worse,
Sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Sucks. I'll never forget. We were in Hawaii, man, and my poor son Dom was literally 102 temperature, stuck in the hotel room. And then the rest of us are trying to okay, well, what are we gonna do? We can go down to the pool. It just sucks.
Not a whole thing. Or Tony, I'll throw this one on the pile too. Another horrible way to spend a vacation, sustaining a serious injury while you're on vacation. True story. One of the years we took the listeners out to Maui, we would do that Maui trip every year with KMBR. Forgive me because I forget this guy's name, but one of our contest winners, I don't mean to laugh, but he was such a good sport about this. This kid rented bikes with his girlfriend. So they're biking around Maui. Dude, the next morning, this kid comes down to the broadcast. We're doing the show live. He walks up, dude. He's got his arm in a sling. Okay. He's got a freaking sling and a cast on. I go, dude, what happened to you? He goes, yeah, well, we rented a bike yesterday. I went flying over the handlebars. Guy flew 20 feet in the air and dislocated his shoulder. Ooh. So I'm saying being sick on vacation or serious injury on vacation, both are horrible experiences, and I've seen both happen in my time.
That's a great call. Paulie, so that's basically the preview of the bummer bracket. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We will get Dom involved for actual live polling, so we can get live results during the show. Okay. And then we can move on to each and pick a winner each time, right? With each matchup with the polling results and move forward. And we can do this all week long as we, look forward to the Final Four with Arizona, Michigan, Illinois, and UConn. All right, P?
Thank you, Big T. Let's talk about Longbridge Pizza. Then we'll do a couple of birthdays, and then we'll break the huddle for today. But Longbridge Pizza, the first sponsor on the block that came up to us and said, hey, We like you, Paulie Particle guys. Let's do some business together. And we've been locked in ever since. And by the way, speaking of our sponsors and our business partners, special shout out to Los D, Carlos De La Fuente, who made a great effort to be at our opening night party the other last Wednesday. Carlos spent the weekend with Jeff Faust from the Peaches. Dude, they were doing some bass fishing up there. And I saw some great pictures of Carlos reeling in bass. Faust is a bass maniac, dude. You want to catch some fish, you go hang with Jeff Faust. He's got a lake in his backyard, and I know they went out on the boat and had a great time. So it's nice to see that. All these kind of relationships that have sprung up in the PMP Familia. But Longbridge Pizza, again, they were there first. They were the first sponsor we ever had, and they will always have a special place in our hearts. 2347 3rd Street. Tony broadcasting live today from the LBP broadcast studio. But here's the thing. Longbridge is actually closed on Monday, so you're going to have to save your order for tomorrow. But you'll be glad you did. You can join the Vibe Tribe, get on down there, watch some Giant baseball, get a pitcher of beer, get a couple of pizzas, bring your family, bring your friends. If you're a youth sports coach like Creative Tony is, very busy coaching with his son, his daughter, bring the whole team in, man. Call Neil and just say, hey, Neil, I would like to bring my Little League team in after the game. Is that cool with you? He'll hold the back room for you. That can accommodate groups of about 20 to 25 people. On Wednesdays, when you get into Longbridge Pizza, now you're talking about the sandwiches. Now you're talking chicken parms. You're talking Vinny's Gabagools. Tony, you're talking chopped cheese. Mm-hmm. And again, the chopped cheese is a sandwich everybody should try. It's Neil's version of a Philly cheesesteak. It's easily just as good as any cheesesteak that you've had in town. And on top of that, he's even got like vegetarian options. Like Tony has been the recipient of the veggie chopped cheese, which I guess he uses mushroom and
yes, it's
cheese
so good,
and onion and all the seasoning and flavor. Neil is great, dude. He is not as nice of a guy as Neil is. Totally chill, totally generous, great family. Shout out Lauren Denardi. Shout out Denardi's parents. Like the whole family is rock solid. But dude, when he's in the kitchen, he's not messing around.
No,
he's all business in the kitchen, man. So get on down there, join the Vibe Tribe, enjoy the serious pizza as well as the laid back vibe and the greatest playlist of any music you will ever hear while dining, courtesy of Steven. He's working on playlists all the time over at Longbridge Pizza. Final thing I'll say about Longbridge, Tony, when you do place an order for delivery, if you're a city resident, please do that on their website at longbridgepizza.com. Neil has requested that the delivery orders get placed through the website. That's all he's ever asked, Tony. So I'll let you kind of have the final say. But thank you, Longbridge Pizza. Get on down there tomorrow and find out why we love them as much as we do.
Yes, man. Paulie, you mentioned what goes on tomorrow. Then we got the chicken parm and the meatball sandwich and the gabagool sandwich on Wednesdays, and then the Detroit-style squares on Thursdays. Also, the great beer that they have on tap. It's just second to none. And Neil's all about having the local breweries on tap. And then Neil does the pop-ups. He'll go to Bear Bottle and Sling Pies. He was at our season opener last Wednesday, and I'm going to show a video montage that Steven made of the season opener. It's really good. I'll show that in a sec. But Neil and his staff are available to come and cater your event if you email events@longbridgepizza.com. I just got word last night that he's doing graduation parties down here in the peninsula for certain people down in, I think, Belmont and San Carlos. So if you wanted to do a graduation party, wanted to do a birthday, wanted to do any kind of family celebration, email them events@longbridgepizza.com.
Yeah.
And they will work it out. They'll try and work it out and come to you. And it's so badass. You take the pizza wagon, you take the 3 ovens, and then making just incredible pizza right there on site. And I remember I had Neil come to our horseshoe tournament last August, and people were like, this is the best tournament we've had 12 of them. And they're like, this is the best one by far because of Neil and because of the pizza on hand. So really good stuff. Thank you, Longbridge. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Gabino, Emmanuel, Jorge, Steven, everybody there. Thank you so much for all the support. And then Paulie here. Look at this. It's called Fallout from the Particle Zone is what Steven's doing.
Nice.
Nice,
dude. Nice. Like the Phil Zone. Awesome.
Badass.
dude.
Isn't that great?
I love that, Tony. I want to keep that thing on a short leash. I want to see that again on Wednesday. I want to watch that again when we do lumber. That's a good. And Steven made that.
Yeah, Steven made that. Yeah, isn't that
Bravo,
great?
Steven. Bravo, dude. You do great work. You're a great dude, and that is a great video. I like how he used the speed. The film was sped up a little bit.
Yeah, time lapse.
Yeah, a little time lapse on Dom walking around and stuff. Like he looks like it's like a Laurel and Hardy film or something. That was really cool. But thank you, Steven, and thank you, Longbridge. I mean, can't say enough good things. And if you're one of the few who hasn't been initiated into the Vibe Tribe, get your butt down there tomorrow when they open their doors. You got to trust a brother when it comes to pizza. Tony and I are not going to steer you wrong, bro. Because I feel like, and I've said this before, if I'm going to start recommending pizza places to people, now my rep is on the line. Yeah. And I can't have my rep damaged in the pizza community. So again, get to Longbridge, find out why we love him so much. And thank you, Neil, and the entire crew that Tony listed down at Longbridge Pizza. All right.
Just two things in closing, Paulie. We talked about Dom Peralta and the creative talents of Dom Peralta. Just want to reiterate, Dom made that opening day poster that is also for sale on our merch site on our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles. Click the link below our bio and all of our merch is there. The Grateful shirt you can order, the posters, anything, the Broads of PMP, our PMP Army shirt, all that stuff available on our merch site. And then, Paulie, I don't know if you noticed, but Standard Deviant had a comment on this video, and Standard Deviant just commented saying, "Shakedown behind the van is a new classic."
Well, listen, I mean, we're all adults here. You know, you guys are familiar with our very famous sidewalk sessions. Well, there was multiple sidewalk sessions when we had our opening night party, and the pizza wagon became kind of like our lead blocker because it's got like this really high roof on it. So it like we all kind of went behind the pizza wagon, and the little puffs of vapor were rising up into the skies. But it was a pretty funny visual because you could see his little puffs coming up behind the pizza wagon. We had a great time.
Hey, Paulie, let's just share it one more time. I'm going to play it one more time. Here we go.
Yeah.
There you go, dude. So good. So
well, thanks again. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Longbridge. Thank you, Standard Deviant. Tony, we'll do some birthdays and then we'll break the huddle and let everybody get out of here. And by the way, tomorrow, look forward to more Giant discussion. I want to have Dan Coach Emilio come back from the NorCal Sports Network. And if Los D can make it, we'll do a double shot. We'll have both of those guys because we never got the Giant scouting report from them last week. It was just too busy of a week. So Dan tomorrow, and Tony, dazzle me with your birthdays because you were all excited. You said we got some big ones.
We have some fun birthdays, but I also want to talk ABS with Dan and Los tomorrow.
Sure.
So we'll tease on that, Paulie. And also before we do that, I want to get to a couple of supers. Okay, just a couple of supers. Dub City, I apologize. Dub City sent this back in at 12:43. Man, I apologize. He says, Tony, we need the rest of the story about what Larry Bear said when you left KNBR in 2005. So Wednesday night, how about we'll tease and do it Wednesday night? We can explain.
We can do confessions. We can do like KNBR confessions if you want to, because listen, Tony and I not only know where all the bodies are buried, Tony and I, dude, we're the guys with the shovels. Okay. We put a few of those bodies in the ground. So we can go like story for story if you want to, but thank you, Dub City. I appreciate the support, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Dub City. So Wednesday night, I'll give you, because there's a lot of explaining I need to do. So and then also Stevie Grosh, he says Tesla trucks are a douche announcement.
I mean, I kind of have to agree. No disrespect if any of our friends out there are driving these things, but I got to tell you, I mean, when you're on the road and you see one of these things pulling up on your left, you're like, "What? Am I under invasion? Like, what is this thing?" and then they come rolling by. I mean, dude, it's a lot. It's a lot to take on those freaking trucks, isn't it, man?
They're massively large vehicles.
I know.
Whatever.
I know.
At the end of the day, to each their own. But like, I'm not a fan. I'm allowed to not be a fan, right? I'm allowed.
You are definitely allowed. Nor am I. That's two of us that aren't fans.
Yes.
So
and Groeschel, the three of us can just hang out.
Yeah, Groesch too. As long as I got Groesch, as long as I got Groeschel with his Jet Boy shirt on, all is good in the world.
When he showed up on Wednesday with the Jet Boy shirt,
I went nuts. I lost it. I freaking lost it. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me with this. And it was a cool shirt. It was a cool shirt. By the way, Todd Crew, rest in peace from Jet Boy, Tony. He had a mishap. Yeah, he had a mishap.
Sorry, I apologize. Well, let's celebrate life instead of death right now, Paulie, and talk a couple birthdays on our way out. Just a happy 89th birthday to Warren Beatty today. 89, Warren Beatty.
Shout out to Heaven Can Wait and Bonnie and Clyde, couple of my favorites.
Yeah. Bonnie and Clyde forever. Paulie, Donna D'Erico's birthday today. Do you remember Donna D'Erico?
Listen to me when I tell you this. Donna D'Erico is one of the former wives of Nikki Sixx.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Frankie Ferrone.
Frankie Ferrano, Tony.
Ferrano, that's what it's
from. Out of San Jose, Case Paisan, out of San Jose, California. Yeah.
No disrespect, Frankie. No disrespect.
No.
Paulie, Ian Ziering from Beverly Hills 90210's birthday today.
So we got 90210 birthdays. We got Baywatch birthdays.
Yeah,
We're doing a whole flashback to the 90s. I love this. Keep coming. What else you got?
I forget what number it is. I think it's her 62nd birthday, but happy 62nd birthday to Tracy Chapman today, Paulie. I love Tracy Chapman.
Tony's got a fast car. Yeah. I'm gonna drive it. Where'd she go, dude? She had the one song and then she disappeared.
She stayed under the radar head and has continued making music and making albums, but just, they're not commercial successes. But if you follow along, she's making damn good music to this day.
Yeah.
Also, Paulie, speaking of other female musician who I deeply admire is Norah Jones. Happy birthday to Norah Jones.
Remember Shannon Kaler's whole silly thing with her, with his crush trying to go introduce himself to Norah Jones? Remember that story he told?
He wrote a song about it. He has a song called Norah Jones where it talks about his professing his love for Norah Jones.
Hey, Kales, she's out of your league, Holmes. Okay, we got to all face that at some point.
Yes.
You ain't getting with Norah Jones. I appreciate the sentiment, though. I do. I like a good love story, like anybody. Yeah.
Speaking of our man Shannon Kaler, I'm going to take this opportunity to. They're doing a Brothers Kaler show on April 18th, I believe it's April 18th, 1:00 at the bottom of the hill with the Sam Chase, and it's a benefit for his community music center in the Mission. So we'll promote that when it gets closer. 1077 The Bone is involved with that as well, but we'll promote it when it gets closer. I just wanted to mention that. Paulie, also happy birthday to Eric Clapton, 81 today. Clapton, 81. And then finally, MC Hammer. Let's get it started, right?
Totally.
MC Hammer, that's why we pray. We got to pray just to make it today.
We got to pray just to make it today. That's right. We pray. Pray. We got to pray just to make it today. 100%.
By the way, my kids are fans of the song Too Legit to Quit, by the way. When it came on,
why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they?
I taught them the 2L to quit. I think
Tony. Yeah, fine.
I guess what it was.
Two L. Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Don't hurt him, Hammer. That's all. Don't hurt him, Hammer. That's
it. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. Hell yeah.
You throw the please in there. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him.
Yes,
please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then finally, Sherm, baby Sherm. He's Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman, 38 today, Paulie. 38.
Bro, when I met Richard Sherman, because I think I only met him one time, and it was down at practice, and I think, let me see if I can remember this. I think it was Tim Ryan who was like, yeah, hey, Sherm. And we were hanging out at practice a few years ago, and he was like, yeah, Sherm, come here. I want you to meet somebody. And he was like, this is the guy that did that song, Sherm, baby, Sherm. Dude, Sherman looked at me like I was out of my mind. He wanted nothing to do with it. He was like, what's going on? I go, yeah, I did this song, Burn Baby Burn, Saturday Night Fever, Sherm Baby Sherm. He was like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
He kind of put his helmet under his arm and walked away. I was like, all right, see you later, bro. You know what I mean? He wasn't into it, but Tim Ryan was into it. So there's a win right there. Okay.
Sherm, baby, Sherm.
Yeah.
He's Richard Sherman. That's all.
Sherm that mother down, Tony.
Yeah.
From the mother down. Yeah. All right, maybe the greatest opening to any track ever, the descending scale. With the horns. I'll put that on right now. Don't make me have to go. I'll put it on right now.
There's an extended version, studio version.
It's like
extended
18
version.
minutes. It's like 18 minutes here.
It's phenomenal, dude. It's phenomenal. Seriously. It's some of the best things.
No question.
Yeah.
No question.
Anyway, we go ahead.
And by the way, final trivia question of the day. Who is responsible for that song? Name the act. Go.
Ooh.
It's a good, I know it's tough. It's tough.
Oh, do you know? You know?
I think I do. And it's not one of the usual suspects. It's not Kool and the Gang. It's not Earth, Wind and Fire. It's none of that like soul kind of R&B stuff that was going on in the 70s. It's I used to look at Tony cheating.
Yeah.
Is it, tell me if I'm right. Is it the Tramps?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the Tramps.
Noemi knew it too. Of course, Noemi knew it.
Yeah, the Tramps. The
Great
Tramps.
stuff. Well, Sherm, baby, Sherm, Paulie. Let's Sherm on out of here.
Okay, guys, and hey, Lily Merchant, I missed the parodies too, but just for the sake of like getting this out there, if anybody does wonder, how come Paulie's not doing his songs anymore? The reason we can't do those, at least right now, is because we don't have licensing, we don't have permission, we don't have rights, and YouTube would shut us down, like because there are licensing laws with that. Technically speaking, Lily, at KMBR, we could have gotten in trouble too and gotten sued, but I was given the green light by management. They told me you can do whatever you want to do until they tell us not to. So, but this is much different. YouTube has watchdogs. We get flagged all the time.
I get flagged almost every episode, by the way. Seriously. Yeah. We're going to get flagged today for playing music earlier in the show.
And we might get flagged for the FDNY fist fight at the hockey game, too. We could get flagged for that. But anyway,
it's fine.
We do what we can. We do what we can. Rags
also,
is saying,
Paulie, when I was let go around with 2.0 let go for the second time over there at the Sports Leader, I was not allowed to take any of those songs with me. So everybody, just for the record, just so people know, I don't have access to those songs. I tried to grab as many of them as possible. And if you go to our YouTube channel at Paulie Max Particles and like and subscribe, don't tell anybody. But some of those songs are, if you scroll down to the bottom of our homepage, some of those songs are there.
Yeah, we posted a bunch of the classic tunes that people enjoy. I know, Lily. I know. F corporate capitalism, 1,000,000%. They don't make it easy for you out here. But again, when we can figure a new way to present those to you guys, we will. But we can't do it like on this show because we would get in big trouble. They could shut the whole thing down. Go ahead,
Paulie. Well, Paulie. Oh,
the rules are there ain't no rules.
Creator Face is basically the mantra of our show now. Nowadays, this is the new and improved version of us from those days.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
There ain't no rules, Paul.
Hey, the final word of today's show is going to go to my main man, Groschel, Stevie Groschel. He's got something to say as a super, Tony. So let's go, Grosch, and then we're out of here.
I'm gonna preview Grosch's super with this.
Like, let us play the game.
God, that voice, it's nails on the chalkboard.
Like, let us play the game, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
You guys get flagged like a defense playing against Mahomes. That is a great line. Great stuff. One more time.
Like, let us play the game.
By the way, you will find the Muppet. He's on the bummer brackets. We got him in there. And don't forget, he won the bummer brackets last year, and the final matchup was Patrick Mahomes versus his wife.
Yeah.
Okay? It was Mahomes, man against wife. And of course, Patrick Mahomes won. Hey, thanks to all y'all. Red Jet Shell, Kermit the Frog, 1,000,000% girl. Noemi, Patty, Dom, Grosh, Big Al, Particle Patton. I got P1 Chuck. I got Rags. I got Miguel. All of you guys, thanks for supporting the show. Escobar Cheeks the third, my good man. We will be back tomorrow talking more Giant baseball. Landon Roop, there it is on the hill tonight. I'm feeling a win. I feel like it's time to get a W. Let's get some runs on the board.
It's not getting easy, dude. They got Walker. They're going up against Walker Buehler, who's not exactly a slouch on the bump, dude.
I never liked Walker Buehler. He's a problem. He's always been a problem.
He's always been a problem.
I know.
Speaking of problems, I hope Tiger Woods is okay too, Paulie. Speaking of problems,
We didn't really get into Tiger. That poor bastard, dude. He's flipping cars like we're like Neil's flipping pies. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know who's more productive.
Neil's flipping burgers tomorrow on their Smack Stack Tuesday.
Yeah, he's flipping cars. He's crawling out passenger windows, making phone calls. We'll get into Tiger tomorrow. We'll get more into Giant baseball tomorrow too. Thank you guys for spending some time with us today. Enjoy your Monday. We got a good week of shows in front of us. And until tomorrow, I say to all of y'all, thank you again. And cheers to everybody.
Here we go.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Oh, come on now.
Sounds really good, Tony. Hey, baby steps, man. We're getting there. So the visual quality and the audio quality is one of the best shows we've had in a long time. Videos next, folks. Videos next, one at a time. We are getting there. Miriam, John Joseph Nutter, Escobar Cheeks, and Maddie Stenson. What's up, all of you guys? Have a wonderful Monday. We will be back with all of y'all tomorrow. Sweet Mad Hatter, you too. Big Al. Be cool, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow at high noon right here on Paulie Max Particles. Cheers, y'all.
Yeah, cheers, y'all. Thanks for listening on Cron 4 Plus, and thanks for checking in on Instagram Live. I see Oren over there. I see Chasta, Paulie from 107.7 The Bone. Chasta's over there. Daniel. Hey, Chasta. What's up? But thank you all for checking out Instagram Live, and we'll see you tomorrow. High noon. Peace.